I promise it's just to make me look cooler. How's it going, Wormhole? You guys can do better than that. How is it going, Wormhole? Okay. I see you guys are still like, we're going to wait, see if he's funny. That's cool. No, welcome to Comedy Planet. This is what we do every first Saturday. Is that me? Or? Fair enough. All right, that'll be the backbeat for this comedy. This Comedy Planet. And we're actually live streaming tonight, so give it up for yourselves. They get to see the back of some of your heads on a video. So I always like to test my audience with a joke. I always like to test my audience, see how cool you guys are. So I saw a sign recently that said youth boxing. It was a gym. The sign said youth boxing. It made me walk inside. The sign said youth boxing, but it was bullshit. They didn't let me fight any children. I'm arguing with the manager like, sir, your sign clearly says youth boxing. Now bring me out a black 8-year-old. Because I like a challenge. Okay, some of the people in here know how hard it is to fight a black 8-year-old. A few of the people at the bar did not go to 3rd grade with me. So I always think a lot about the zombie apocalypse and how I would survive it. Like, what I would do to survive the zombie apocalypse. Like, sir, how would you survive the zombie apocalypse? Dead, first zombie. You see how quick that is? How about yourself, ma'am? How would you survive? Okay, cool. So half the room zombies, the other half need these tips. In the zombie apocalypse, you need what? You need 3 things. You need water, food, shelter. You know how I would survive the zombie apocalypse? Prostitution. Hear me out. Water, food, shelter. I can't get any of those things, but I know there is a strong man who already has them. Think about it, really quick. How many people in here have held a gun? How many people in here have held a dick? You go with what you know, is what I'm saying. Come on, everybody in here, you're better than college, entry, intern, hand job. Come on. My grandchildren would write stories about me. How did your dad survive the zombie apocalypse? Well, it was easy. He was fast, he was smart, and he had the softest hands in Southeast Georgia. Okay. You guys really enjoyed the joke about fighting children? Really enjoyed the joke about hand jobs for whatever you get during the apocalypse? I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to bring up your local opener. By the way, give it up for yourselves! Comedy Planet. So, I passed a sign recently that said Ribfest Yard Sale. I'll give that to you guys again. Ribfest Yard Sale. I did what any of you would have done. I slammed on my brakes. Because Ribfest Yard Sale combines the 2 things that black people love the most. Ribs. And stuff out of other people's houses. One dude super into it. And he's supposed to be running the sound. All right, you guys, this is Comedy Planet. Thank you for coming out. I'm going to bring up your first, she is a local opener and very funny. Everyone give it up for Mo!
Yeah!
Hi, Wormhole. I got your wormhole right here. Yeah. So, it wasn't easy for me growing up, being the only goth in the trailer park. There's not a virgin around to sacrifice except for me. No. I just moved here a little bit ago. I'm from a small place in northwestern Pennsylvania. But they know me there. It's okay. My mom's a little bit of a local celebrity. Being a small town drunk is a noble career choice. Very demanding, though. Doesn't leave a lot of time for things like hobbies or a family. No. I'm not saying she's a bad person. She faked cancer 3 times. Yeah, but that benefit money put a new deck on the trailer, so she's doing her part. And she's not bad, and I consider myself a strong, independent woman. And really, thanks to my mom, I still judge my self-worth by my pant size or whether or not I have a man, so not feeling too great these days. Yeah, it was always hard for me making friends growing up, too. And even still, as an adult, I tend to overreact or take things too personally. Like, I went to a party not too long ago with this girl I was hanging out with, and she showed up wearing the same shoes as me, trying to bite my style. Got a little upset. So I set her car on fire. I know, I overreacted again. I felt really bad, so I wanted to do something nice. I sent some flowers over to the funeral home. Friends are made to come and go, it's all right. So I'm single. Surprise, surprise. But I think sometimes it would be easier to have a man around to tell me how to think. There's an election coming up. I don't have to form my own opinions about things like that. Come on. But I was seeing a guy not too long ago. He was a little older than me. I'm 28. He was 38. It was a nice age difference. I liked that. The only thing I would have changed is, maybe if we were both 20 years younger, I would have loved a hot babysitter to fool around with. Some kids get all the luck. But no, there's this guy flirting with me recently, being real sweet, like, "Oh, Mo, you're so funny and pretty, and I'm a chubby chaser, so I'm totally into you." You don't have to tell me. I know. Got a little upset. There were tears just running down my face. Later, as I'm blowing him in the McDonald's bathroom. I just want to make my mommy proud. And breakups are hard, and I'm sure everybody's been through a real tough breakup. They're especially hard on the little guy, Like, how do I tell Elliot, he's my 4-year-old cat, how do I tell him, like, "Sorry, man, your cat dad traded in for a younger model, and now her cats get to go to private school, and you're going to get beat up by black cats every day." No, I'm not even getting kitty support. Litter ain't cheap. It's fine. So like I said, I'm 28, trying to get my life together, failing miserably. Yesterday, I spent 6 hours on the internet trying to figure out how to use my time more effectively. No. But I did quit smoking. Yeah, no, I lied to you. No, I did cut back, though. I cut way back. So now I only smoke when I drink. You will be very proud of me. I'm down to about a pack a day. Yeah, doing real good. Going to the gym, getting my swole on. Going to the YMCA. I love to play my favorite game there. It's called Blood or Poop. What's on the wall? How you win? Find one of the kids that's running around, just be like, "Hey man, go lick that." Lose every time. I want to leave you guys with some advice that my dad gave me. He's a wonderful guy. He dated sisters, so he's cool. And he told me, never tell a guy that you like him, because then that guy's going to do whatever he wants to you. So I want to tell all the guys in the room right now that I like you all very much. And my name's Mo. That's my time. Thank you, Wormhole.
That was Mo, everyone. Give it up. Okay. All right. Your next comment came all the way down from... Really quick, Wormhole, you seem dead. How is it going? You guys in the middle, still like, no, we're going to wait. Up next, this guy came all the way down from Atlanta, and you are going to love him. Give it up!
ATL?
This dude didn't come down from Atlanta, but I like him already. Everyone give it up for Mr. Brexton Clemons!
Woo!
Hey, wait, what? Did you just rep College Park? What part of College Park are you from?
Spawn Divots.
Spawn Divots?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Word of advice: don't fuck with this guy. He knows people. All right. Look, I don't even know where Spawn Divots is, but any white guy who accurately reps College Park has shot someone. So don't. Like College Park, you know, like if you did that in like a room full of black people, they'd be like, you cool, you live today, you live. You live. Yep, guys, this is my first time in Savannah. I'm loving it. I went to a restaurant today and I asked them like what ghost things have happened in that restaurant. They're like, oh, nothing's happened here, but you should check next door. Everything's happened over there. Which is crazy. So like ghosts follow wall rules? Like is that like a thing here? You're like, ooh, concrete, no, back over here. I don't know how that works. I don't know how it works. Who's in a relationship here? Yeah. All right. Who's single? Dang. All right. Do we feel the sadness? Do we feel it? I understand because now I'm in a relationship, so I don't have to be single, and it's so much better. But being single was no. Being single was terrible. Okay, guys. There are apps that make single life the worst, with the guise of making it the best. Like Tinder. Who's heard of Tinder in here? Yeah. It's terrible. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I went on Tinder one time and I met this girl and like on her first like response, I was like, hey, how are you? She goes, hey, what's up? I'd like to have 4 kids in the next 3 years. And I deleted Tinder just like that. That's how quickly I was like, I just need a relationship. I don't need kids. Which is crazy because statistically I already have kids. Like I'm 22 and black. Statistically, I got like 4 kids running around right now. Like every single time I get a call from Chicago, I think it's the Mari show. Right? But it's not going to be one of those episodes where some girl I know. It's going to be one of them episodes where like Mari's like, okay, Bonquisha, this is man 590. And she's like, Mari, look at me, Mari, okay? I am a billion, a trillion, 120% sure, Mari, that baby's daddy is him, Mari. Look at the way the baby's hat is, Mari. Don't nobody wear hats like that baby's dad. Look at the way the baby blinked, Mari, 2 eyes, same time, just like his dad. And then I gotta run to the back with her and get cookies. Like, I don't want that in my life, people. I feel like that's the only reason they run to the back. I feel like it's like freshly baked chocolate chip cookies. And like, I just want to go on the Mari show just to get them. Like, I just want to get the cookies and leave. Probably like 1 month's child support because you have to throw it out on stage. That's custom. And you just gotta do it, guys. Just gotta do it. It's crazy. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. So it's not Zika, it's a chest cold. Cool? All right. Again, not Zika, it's a... One more time, not Zika? All right, so I got Zika, guys. It's fucking crazy. It's ridiculous. I used to be a bad kid growing up. I used to be really, really terrible. Not like I would rob and steal from people because I can't with this voice. But what I would do is I would do comedy specials in class while the teacher was teaching, which apparently you can't do, right? And like, I grew up in the 90s, so Chris Rock was like my dude, you know what I mean? Right. I was very surprised that you wooed that. Like, I was really like hoping that she'd be like, oh my God, who, like, The Rock Johnson? But like, I didn't, who knows? Thank you. Not Zika? Thank you. All right, so anyway, what I would do is the teacher would teach, and she'd be like, okay, class, Sally has 4 apples, okay? But she needs 8. How many apples does she need to ask Peter for to get 8 apples? I just start Chris Rocking in class. I was like, addition and subtraction. First of all, okay, addition and subtraction is figuring out what you do have, figuring out what you don't have, figuring out what's in the middle, and making it work for you. First of all, why is Sally asking Peter for apples in the first place? Last week he was picking a patch of pickled peppers. I have never in my life picked a patch of pickled peppers and just had apples. My teacher's like, Drexen, I'm gonna suspend you. I'm like, secondly, Mrs. Johnson. All right? Why is Sally asking for anything in the first place? Last week, she was selling seashells by the seashore. The girl got money. This is ridiculous, people. And I would get suspended. That would happen every time without fail. Relationship people, how are we feeling? We good? We ready for Valentine's Day? Guys?
No.
Thank you. Thank you. Like, right. Maybe. Look at you planning stuff. I'm so happy. Like, I'm going to plan it on the 13th and figure it out. I'm going to be in the mall with everyone else. Be like, yeah, baby, let's just go out for dinner tonight. Dinner sounds great. It's like Popeyes? No. I don't know. I think it's really, really cool, though. It's so hard when trying to get a girl to take her guard down. That's really, really hard, especially in a new relationship. Because women are so used to being hurt, you know? They're so used to, like, men screwing them over and all that other stuff. So it's really hard for them to let their guard down. So it's like coming into the relationship with a bulletproof vest, right? And she got a gun. And you just keep asking her to put it down. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even have a gun. She just has it, and she's pointing at you. And I'm like, hey, look, I'm not going to hurt you. I promise you. Like, I'm here for you. I love you so much. Just put the gun down. She's like, I'm going to put it down. I'm going to put it down. But how do I know you're not going to shoot me, though? And I'm like, because I don't have a gun. What are you doing? She's like, you right, facts. It's cool. It's cool. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to put it down. But the last dude I was with shot me, so again, how do I know you ain't gonna be like him? Well, who were you dating? I was dating an assassin. That's your problem. Assassins have guns. She's like, you right, I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna put it down. But how do I know you're not an assassin, though? Because I work at Office Depot. Like, what are you doing? She's like, you right. But how do I know you ain't killing people with paper clips? Because you can't kill people with paper clips. Get scissors. They're logistically better. Look, guys, don't. I just know that. It's just facts. Life is hard. I'm from Atlanta, which is crazy, because I got catcalled for the first time when I moved out there. It was absolutely amazing. I don't know how it works down here, guys, but dude drove by me. He goes, hey, what's up? You look good in them jeans, boy. Woo! And I was like, thank you so much. Like, I don't understand why women don't like this. This is awesome. This is so cool. I'm gonna wear these jeans every day. Oh my God, thank you. Like, it was really, I like turned a little gay. Like, I was like, thank you so much. These jeans, what? Like, it's really crazy. But I was walking home from work one day. It was 2:30 in the morning because I'm a server. Also, I feel like as a server, I'm getting way more political. Like, the longer my shift goes. Like, the other day, I was just sitting at a table, and it was like 14 minutes to close. And someone was like, oh, wow, you got water for me really, really fast. And I just Bernie Sandered the table. Like, I was just like, yeah, I like making sure all the tables have water. I also like making sure I check on the 2 top tables because I don't like the 7 top tables because I don't think there's any tables that should be too big to tip. Like, it was really weird. It's really weird. It's crazy. But anyway, I was walking home from work, and this guy calls me from his car in a parking lot. He's like, hey, man, come over here real quick. And I'm thinking he's saving my life from someone because no one should call you at 2:30 in the morning from his car in a parking lot unless he's saving your life, right? So I walk over to the car, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Thanks for saving my life. And he goes, hey. He's like, hey, what are you doing out here so late at night? You work out here? And I was like, yeah, I work out here. He goes, that's crazy. You live out here? I was like, yeah, I live out here. He's like, why are you walking home? I'm an Uber driver. I'll drive you home. I was like, thank you for the hospitality. But no, I'm good. I live up the street. And he's like, oh, okay, that's cool. You got any roommates?
That's it. And it's okay. I get it, right? You know, I get it. It doesn't bother me. You know, like, I'm the safe black friend. Like, you can take me to your corporate events. Golf outings. At one point, you could let me date your white women. All right, so the chubby ones. Let's be honest, Chubby white women love black dudes. They look at us like a Make-A-Wish kid with one thing on their list. It's not hey snowflake, it's hey snowball. I get in these weird scenarios hanging out with my white friends. My friend Steph, she's Greek. She's like this tall. She says, "AK, can you come with me to the ATM?" I get it. I said, "Sure, no problem." While we're there, this dude comes creeping up on the side, and I go, "Hey, what are you doing?" He says, "My bad, you got this one already," and he goes running off. I did not appreciate getting profiled like that. Did not seem right. I am married to a black woman. Yeah. Who didn't see that one coming? All right. It's true. She's fantastic. If you're married to a black woman, or you're planning on marrying a black woman, here's the secret. You should be at least 1% to 2% a little afraid of her. That's the only way. That's the only way that relationship's gonna work. Here's what happened. I was manscaping, trimming my man bag, all right? And don't look at me funny. If you love your spouse, you will do the same, okay? I was trimming up, and I nicked myself. So, oh, yeah, just a little bit. So there was a little blood, so I take a tissue, and I dab it, and I dab it, and I dab it again. I dab it again, and I look at her and said, "Oh, my God, is this what you go through every month? This is awful." And she swung on me as she should have. That 2% fear got this action going, so I was all right. We have a good time in the house. You know, we have a good marriage. Although we did kind of get to kind of like an awkward start early on in the relationship. We had kind of a pregnancy scare, and I got to be honest. In that moment, you know what? I decided I'm not ready to push her down the stairs, because what if something went wrong? Like, God forbid, what if the baby made it? Like, I couldn't handle that at all. This is gonna get dark real fast. I need you to get on board. Things are good now. You know, we like when it comes to like dishes and stuff, you know, I'm very particular. I'm very much the dishes person in the house. Like I like to have like the plastics up top, and then like the plates and the pans like in the machine. And because of that, she called me a dish bigot simply because I believe they deserve separate but equal drying racks and school. This is the South. I know you get that. Listen. Did you just woo the South? All right, that's right. That's right. On the other side of that, she is the laundry person, and she does a fantastic job. Fantastic job. She separates it out beautifully. It's like the delicates and the whites and the light colors and the dark colors, and then my shit. It's all. It's amazing. We were in the car one day driving through Midtown Manhattan, and along the sidewalk, I saw this really, really hot girl, and I had two thoughts. My first thought was, man, she's really hot. My second thought was, man, hope that's not a man. Like, and she turned to me, and she asked me the most difficult question she had ever asked me in our entire relationship. Here's what she said. She turned to me, and she said, listen, if we have a son and he's gay, how would you feel about that? Whoa. So I looked at her, and I said, well, is he a top or a bottom? Kind of makes a difference. If I have a gay son, it's got to be a top. It's got to be a top. Like, I want him to go out, play ball, eat steak, and show Cody who's boss. Like, that's... I want to raise like a man's man. You can feel any type of way about that you want, but if you listen closely, I'm very supportive of my fictional gay son in an interracial relationship. So, let's be honest. I don't care if he's gay, as long as he's not retarded. Can we be adults for a moment? Can we? Can we be adults? The only people who really get offended by that word are people who are not retarded. That is it. That is it. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like, you know how like white people want to tell other people what offends black people, and it's like, well, have you ever been a black person? They're like, well, I've worked very closely with them. And it's like, doesn't count. Doesn't count. Told you it was going to get dark. I need you on board. All right. I do love living in Atlanta. It's a great place. I've been there for a while. I didn't know, like, really what the strip club situation was like out there. Follies? He's got a favorite, clearly. What's your favorite, sir? Follies? Oh, so y'all have met. Okay. That's the party why we are here. There's so many to choose from. So many. You could go to the south side of Atlanta, and there's a spot down there called the Candy Shop. And it's great because all the dancers have candy names. There's a big girl named 100 Grand. There's an old chick named Werther's Original. She's got a sister on the other stage, Peanut Brittle. They got one tranny there named whatchamacallit. It's like, oh, it's weird. True story, I got a comic friend who calls trannies butter dicks. Like, oh, she's so hot, butter dick. All right. You gotta be careful. You don't want to end up in like a weird, grimy, like, strip club, because those are weird. I walked in one, saw the girl on stage, she had a hairy lip and a bald pussy. I was like, you have your priorities all messed up. I can't stay here. I'm saved. I can't. This ain't right. You can go to like a really nice one. You have a couple choices. You have like Onyx or like Diamonds of Atlanta. Those are really nice strip clubs. Oh, you've been. Okay, great. We're starting to have a lot of things in common, ma'am. You found her at Diamonds. Well, you've broken the first rule. Okay, listen. I went there, and it was great. The girl, she went up on the pole. She came down the pole, landed the split, and I'm not saying she had like a landing strip, but it looked like Hartsfield Jackson down there. Oh, ladies, under the sound of my voice, trim your bush. Trim it up! All right, if I get down there, it looks like you got Rick Ross in a leg lock. It's too much. I'm sorry if you're white and it looks like you have Bob Ross in a leg lock. Sorry, I'm trying to be equal opportunity here. I got a comic friend, and jokingly, she's a redhead, and jokingly, as a group, we called her clown pussy. Now, listen, and every time they do that, I would follow it up with this sound, every time. Wasn't a fan of that. Here's the thing. Later on, we found out that she was absolutely out of her mind. So from then on, we called her Insane Clown Pussy. Oh, you're a fan. Of which one? I need you to be careful. Listen, this is very nice decor with like the cup, like the paper in the cups. I was surprised that they put actual fire in the middle of those cups. I was like, that's paper and fire very close to it, but I can't smoke in the building. Okay, all right. Okay. I went to a really nice strip club once, and there was a guy there. He was doing that thing, when he's like throwing them dollars in the air, he's throwing them dollars in the air. You're familiar. All right. But then some of those dollars landed on me. Here's what I want to know. Are those now my dollars? Kind of feel like they should be. Because there's nothing worse than going to a strip club with not enough dollars. Like, I can't make it rain, but I can do scattered showers. Just me all day. Oh. I do like hanging out in Atlanta and kind of getting around town and, getting to know people. I have these very interesting interactions with homeless people. Like the homeless people in Atlanta are different. Okay, listen, if you're from up north, you're used to the homeless people up there having like a skill set where like to the point of it's like, why the fuck are you homeless? Like they are out there playing like the kazoo and the cello. It was like, how is that possible out there begging for change? Atlanta, homeless people, they're just like out there like, hey, can I have some change? It's different. So I walk by and a dude says, excuse me, do you have a quarter? I need to make a phone call. A phone call? In 2016, where the fuck are you finding the payphone in 2016? Do you have some batteries for my Walkman? Sir, this is not going well for you. You got some ink for my quilt. Listen, you time-traveling hobo. Go find Doc Brown, get the fuck away from me. Good old Atlanta, good old New York. The traveling is weird, especially when you get like way outside of Atlanta. There's a place called LJ, Georgia. Anybody heard of this place? Those two people, and this is why. LJ, Georgia is in the middle of nowhere. And I was riding by on my way to a gig, and I saw a sign. It was for a food spot, and underneath it said, authentic Mexican cuisine. And I was like, wait a minute. All restaurant food is authentic Mexican cuisine, isn't it? Go to KFC, authentic Mexican cuisine. Go to Olive Garden, look in the kitchen, authentic Mexican cuisine. Pretty sure Five Guys is supposed to be 3 guys and 2 Jorges. I had a very, very interesting gig a couple years ago. It was at a place called, at a convention called Frolicon. Okay, good. You are good, wholesome people. Frolicon is a kink and fetish convention that happens every year in Atlanta. Yeah, these are the people who are in like the whips and the leather and the furries and Republicans, all that weird shit. I get off stage, and the dude comes up to me, and he's got 2 girlfriends. And I don't mean like a girlfriend and a secret girlfriend. I mean, he's got 2 girlfriends, and the girlfriends are girlfriends, like a throuple. And he said, hey, man, you should get 2 girlfriends, too. I was like, you mean like 2 white girlfriends? Hell no, I don't want 2 white girlfriends. I don't want to come home and see like Ugg boots and Tom shoes all over the living room. Everything tastes like pumpkin spice. The milk tastes like pumpkin spice. The hot dogs taste like pumpkin spice. The pussy tastes like pumpkin spice. Kimberly, why does it? Although it's now gluten-free, so that's all right. I was like, you mean like 2 Asian girlfriends? Hell no, I don't want 2 Asian girlfriends. All right, first of all, who can drink that much bubble tea? All right. She's Asian also. Okay, great. Ma'am, you're fine. It's okay. It's no big deal. You're good. Derek, you gotta hurry up. Shake the snake. I'm about to wrap this up. 2 Asian girlfriends, number 1 problem. How am I? You know where I'm going with this one. It's 2 of them, 1 of me. All right. How am I gonna tell them apart? If you think about it, that's not fair to me. Okay. He says, no. I mean like 2 black girlfriends. 2 black girlfriends? Hell no. I don't want 2 black girlfriends. All right. 2 black girlfriends? Hell no. All right. If I have 2 black girlfriends, if I have 2 black girlfriends, what am I supposed to do when we get to the movie theater. All right? That's expensive. All right? Do you know how much 2 adult popcorns plus drinks, all right, at an IMAX theater? That's expensive. Here's what we're going to do. All right? We're going to split the $7.99 Netflix account and have a good time at home. That's what we're going to do instead. I'm not trying to do that. All right, listen. Y'all been a fantastic crowd. My name is AK. Y'all have a good night.
That was AK, everyone. Give it up. We have so much more comedy for you guys. How you guys feeling? Up next, I'm going to bring up another very hilarious comedian. Came all the way here from Atlanta, so show him all the love in the world. Give it up for Mr. Will Newton. And by that, I mean Will is taking a leak. So a lot of my black friends always end up asking me like weird questions. They think I'm racist. They always say things like, Derek, why do you want to be so much like the white man? And I tell them, well, you guys, I grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood, as you can tell by my accent. White people were rare in my neighborhood. They were like leprechauns. Or 2-parent households. Kids in my neighborhood would be like, oh man, did you hear? James has 2 parents. And they'd be like, what? You mean like a mom and a grandma? Coming up to the stage next is Mr. Will Newton.
Oh, thank you so much. One more round of applause for Derek, everyone. Correctly identifying that I was in fact taking a leak when he called me on stage. That is amazing. That man has ESP or something. I apologize for my lateness. I was taking a leak. And that's what happens. Are you guys doing okay tonight? Or is everybody having a good time? Okay. Maybe? We'll say maybe. We'll start off with a maybe. That's cool. We'll start there. Everybody's having a good time. That's cool. I'm originally from Tallahassee, Florida. I live in Atlanta now. You guys probably get this. You guys are from Savannah. Tallahassee's a small town. And whenever I try to explain to somebody what it's like living in a small town, I always say, well, Tallahassee's like that place where you can just imagine a Walmart employee giving up over a PA announcement. That's what it's like, really. It's like, attention Walmart shoppers, we're going to be having a sale on, you know what, fuck it. I had dreams too once, you know. I was going to open up that Leonard Skinner tribute band, Simple Man. But my dad told me no when my body was telling me yes. You guys like Leonard Skinner? That's important for every single joke I do after this, so that's good. Just one. Just one. You're here for me or you're here for Leonard Skinner? There's a big difference. I didn't understand a word of that. That's cool. We'll work past it. I'm from Florida originally. I noticed this in Georgia. Is that in Florida everyone wears flip-flops all the time. That's just part of the culture. Here, nobody wears flip-flops at all. Like they look at you like a crazy person if they wear flip-flops. It's weird, right? I don't understand. I love wearing flip-flops. They're great. Like I don't know what happens. I think it's really just because there's just too much broken glass everywhere in Atlanta. It's really too dangerous to be wearing flip-flops. Like, I don't know if there's just, 80 Jewish weddings a night in the streets of Atlanta. It's dangerous. You also, like Atlanta's a very dangerous city. There's a lot of crime that happens there. You never want to run away from something in flip-flops. Like, you never want to kick off your flip-flops and they make it farther than you actually do before you're taken care of. I'm a single man. Can you tell? Make anyone else uncomfortable? I'm a single guy. I'm a single guy. I'm afraid that I might be the gayest straight man of all time too, which has been a big problem for me in dating. I'm gay in the fact that it's not that I like men, But just like when when a lot of guys see a hot girl at a bar, they're always like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck her." I assume that's what they say. I look at a hot girl, I'm like, I wonder what her wedding dress is gonna look like. I wonder if her birthstone matches my eyes. Which it's a weird question to ask, because now I'm going to every bar in Atlanta and being like, well, when's your birthday? Which is the second question a serial killer always asks. It's usually preceded by, what's your shoe size? 7, those smell the nicest. Let's go. I've been dating a girl for a while now. She comes over to my house and we watch movies a lot. She gets really upset when I leave the room and I don't pause the movie that we're currently watching. She gets really upset. She's like, "Well, you're gonna miss so much." And I'm like, "Well, in the 15 seconds it takes me to go piss and come back, as you all know, it takes me way longer to piss than that. I can, like, context clues are gonna fill in a lot. Like, I'm not gonna walk back in and be like, wait a minute, why does Richard Pryor have to spend all this money? This is dense. Is this told backwards a la Memento? So you guys don't like Brewster's Millions or Memento. That's a weird crowd. Usually the middle of that Venn diagram is bigger. Usually it's much, much bigger. I'm a single guy. I like getting blowjobs a lot. I know I'm really making a statement with that one, but I like blowjobs. You learn a lot about someone when you're getting a blowjob from them. Not what they're doing necessarily, but like once they're down there busy, like you can get a really good look at their apartment. It's like, I would not have chosen that paint scheme. I don't know. I don't think so. What's on that bookcase? Is that a well-worn copy of Game of Thrones? I'm gonna. Okay. It always takes a little bit out of me to, metaphorically come on stage in front of people. And I'm glad you guys are on board. Glad everybody's on board. I know my last relationship I was in for 3 years, and it ended for the reason that all my relationships end, is because I said I love you too soon in the relationship. It's just what happens. It is. I said I love you to a Starbucks barista last week. It was your classic meet cute, though. It was really like something you see out of the movie. She says, "Here's your Americano," and I said, "I love you, Jennifer." And she said that classic Jennifer thing. She said, "I need you to leave the Starbucks right now, sir." Oh, Jen, you know me so well. So well. I'm fairly new here to Georgia. I'm having a little bit of trouble adjusting. Religion's really weird here. If you guys have noticed that, religion's a weird thing here. It's very in your face. It's very accusatory. I drove past a sign at a church that said "Open Sundays, Doubters Welcome," which is the most Christian way of saying "Bring it on, motherfuckers." Oh, you gonna step inside? It's God's house right now. You check that shit at the door. I met a member of the KKK last night. We'll end there. I didn't believe him at first because because they're boogeymen at this point. I don't believe they actually exist. But he proved it to me because he pulled out his KKK identification card, which was laminated and everything, which means there's somebody at Kinko's that's not doing their job very well. Just not asking that one question. It's like, is this the KKK that I am familiar with? And he'd have to lie. Be like, "Oh, no, ma'am, I'm part of the Knitting Knights White Brotherhood. I'm going to need about 50 of those pretty soon." He offered me one, too. He offered me a little business card that I guess he saw something in me. I don't know what it was. But I almost took one. I almost took one just so I could drop it in the win a free catered lunch jar at a sandwich shop. That's a prank I can never see the end of, but it's worth just thinking of it. Right? Just like, the winner of this free lunch is the Ku Klux. I'm going to pick again. You guys have been really great. You guys enjoy the rest of your show. Thank you so much.
That was Will Newton, everyone. Give it up. We have 2 more comics left. Guys, give it up for yourselves. By the way, we are live streaming tonight. You can check that out at wormholebar.com/livestream. All right, up next, she came all the way here from Chicago, so I want you to show her all the love in the world. Give it up for Miss Stephanie Weber.
Hello, thank you. Yes, so nice to be here, you guys. I just found out my ex-boyfriend wrote a vampire novel. Yeah, how are you guys doing? Doing good? Feeling successful? Yeah? Did someone you were fucking for a year self-publish a novel on Amazon about vampires? Yeah? No, that didn't happen to you? Cool. Are you the inspiration for the character of Vampire Queen? Because I am. Okay. You're in the presence of celebrity. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Honestly, I deserve it. Honestly. Thank you. Oh, yeah, you guys, I'm from the Midwest. I don't know if you can tell because I'm smiling at you. Really? You guys too? Or is that a lie? Michigan? Where are you from? I can't hear you. Me too. Okay, thank you very much. I'm deaf. Yeah, no. Thank you. Okay. Love it. Love your enthusiasm. It's so great. So great. I'm too polite to tell you not to do that. Like, that's so Midwestern is like, you're doing a great job. Yeah. I've noticed that people in the South, they're like they're not direct at all, right? Like, you guys won't be like, oh, don't do that. But you'll be like, I'd really appreciate it if you didn't. Like, that's like more of a Southern way of doing it. And then a Midwestern way is like, oh, and that's it. And then we don't say anything else. And we just live with it, and that's why we kill people. Like, all the serial killers are Midwestern for that reason alone. I think so. Yeah, I've been in the South all week, and something I've noticed is, like, all the northern cities and coastal cities, I used to live in New York too, like, they have stereotypes of the South, right? But I feel like everyone in this country, even Southerners, know that the Midwest is the true trash of America. You know, like definitely, like, you could live in bumfuck Appalachia, subsisting on a diet of crickets and moonshine, and you would never go to Indiana in your life, you know? Because why would you? It's terrible. I get it. I'm from a small town in Illinois called the home of proud Americans, yeah? Whoop, whoop, Juggalo Ninjas, where are you at? Okay. Yeah. That's right. I don't know if you can guess, like, how many minorities live there. Yeah. Ooh, okay. The answer is me and my family. What? Is that booty all white? It's not. You're welcome. I'm not wearing my skinny jeans, so you might not be able to tell. But yeah, I'm half Cuban. I'm Latina. And it's kind of weird being a Latina in, like, this all-white town. But I'm also half white trash, you know what I mean? So it's like, it doesn't really matter how much Spanish I speak, or if I had a quinceañera, or if I can salsa dance, because, like, my uncle lives in a truck in his ex-wife's driveway, you know? So it's like, I can't really escape the gutter people too far, you know? It's kind of hard. And I don't know if you guys have, like, a good view of what my hometown is like. It's, like, the kind of place that has, like, a funnel cake fair in a Walmart parking lot because maybe Obama's a lizard, you know? Are we tracking? Are we, like, picturing the same place that I came from? Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I have a lot of white trash family, and one of my gutter cousins, she just posts a lot of garbage on Facebook now. I thought she was going to make it out of the trailer park alive because she didn't get pregnant till she was 18. And she started dating this small-town cop, and I'm not trying to say that, like, cops are crazy and they, like, you know, we have to, like, monitor their behavior better. But I am kind of saying that. Because this guy has, like, the body of, like, a beanbag. Like, you know what I mean? So if you could picture just, like, a beanbag chair with, like, eyes and legs, like, that's just, like, patrolling the streets of Kankakee, Illinois. That's him. And he believes in conspiracy theories, so now she does too. I know. And you know what? I might bring you down for a second here, but, like, I'm gonna bring you back up. Like, don't worry about it. You know, you're in good hands, okay? Okay? So she posted this article on Facebook recently about this conspiracy theory about crisis actors. Do you guys know? Have you guys heard about crisis actors before? You, sir, believe in them, don't you? I had never heard of them before until she posted this garbage article that says, like, that the Sandy Hook tragedy was staged by the government with crisis actors, right? Have you heard that? Yeah, I was pretty shocked. And she's a mom of 2 young kids, so I was, like, really shocked, you know? Because I was like, why don't you have empathy? Like, what? And I know you guys are like, Stephanie, you wouldn't engage in a Facebook feud. Like, you're really chic. You live in Chicago. You're wearing little flats. Like, you're right ordinarily, but it was like 2 p.m. on a Sunday and I was a little bit drunk. So, like, I commented, you know? I did it. I commented. So I wrote to her, hey, Laura, maybe if you want all the facts, you should ask the parents of the dead kids if their kids are still dead. I know. Pobrecita. I went there, you guys, but then she wins this battle because she wrote, I would if they wasn't actors. Okay. She's right? Like, if they're government-hired actors, they're not going to tell you the truth. They're not going to tell you what they do for a living. Like, can you imagine that job if your job was to be a crisis actor? Like, you can't tell anyone what you do without giving away national tragedies, you know? Like, the coolest part about being an actor is, like, bragging about stuff you've been in. And you couldn't do that. You'd be home for Thanksgiving, and your mom would be like, have you been in anything I've seen recently? And you'd have to be like, 9/11. And also, I was a barista on Girls. Acting is hard. One person has HBO Go. Or someone's password that you steal. I know. I do that. All right, you guys. That was fine. So one way that I make money is I write for a couple of websites. And one that I write for is Mr. Skin. Has anyone ever heard of this? Anyone ever heard of Mr. Skin? You have a subscription? Cool. Thanks for paying for my paycheck. So what it is this website that tells you when celebrities are naked in movies, so you don't have to do all the dirty work. Yeah. You can just fast forward exactly to when it happens. Like, that's it. So my job is, I don't have to do that part. They, like, send me all that info, and then I have to write a biography on the naked actor in the movie. That's all I do. So it's like a sexy IMDb, basically. So if you're like, I want to know what Kathy Bates was in, but I want it to be horny, I'm your girl. You know, I'm gonna provide that info for you. So, and I am a feminist, like, definitely, but I have no problem objectifying your body for money. Like, absolutely not. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna pay me, I will talk about your tits at length. Like, don't worry about it, okay? So, I got this one assignment recently, and the actor, the reason that he was in our database that I had to write a bio about him was because he was, quote, number 7 in Human Centipede 2 full sequence. That was his nude role, his debut role. He called his mom and was like, watch this. You know what I mean? Like, that was why he was in there. And I just thought to myself, like, I wish I could go back to, like, 16-year-old me and be like, hey, you don't have to try so hard, okay? You're basically gonna write porn, so, like, maybe unload a couple of those AP classes, you know? Don't worry about college. All right? Don't do it. So that was my experience with Mr. Skin. I also write some history stuff, though. I write for this website called Modern Notion that's like things you didn't learn in history class, kind of dork facts, you know? Like, I know, here's my lunch money. I'm such a dork. So it's like trying to make history cool and viral. So it's stuff like, it has these headlines that tries to make you, you know, clickbait it kind of thing. And it's like, wow, you'll never guess which U.S. president is gay, Buchanan. Like, those kind of articles. Like, that's what I write. So I was researching this topic that I had, and she's a serial killer in 1900 Boston named Jane Toppin. I don't know if anyone ever heard of her. Like, whoop, whoop, serial killer fans. Where you at? So she, that guy silently raised his hand. He has bodies in his basement, like, for sure, like, no doubt. I see him, and I will stay away. So I was researching this Jane Toppin, and she was this nurse who killed 31 of her patients. Like, bitch was so bad at her job, you know what I mean? She confessed to 31 killings, though, and they think it was, like, maybe 70. And in every single primary source I was reading about her, it talked about how ugly she was. which is like pretty shocking, right? Like she's a serial killer, and they're just talking about how ugly and unpleasant looking she was. And I'm just like, how is it in the world of serial killers that women have to attain a high standard of beauty? You know? Like, since when do we care? They're gonna kill you. Why do you care how hot she is? You know what I mean? She confessed to 31 crimes, but all we care about is how big was her thigh gap. You know, that's what we want to know. A jury took 12 minutes to deliberate on whether or not she was insane. But how tight was her pussy? That's the question that history begs of us. Was she a MILF? She wasn't. She wasn't. I'm also a big fan of ghosts, and I write a lot about them on this website. Did anyone else like ghosts? Savannah, y'all like ghosts? Has anyone ever seen a ghost in here? You have? For real? Oh, you were drunk? So it could have been a human. It's like a real pasty human. I asked that question one time, and this girl was like, yeah, I seen a couple. And I was like, how did you know? And she acted like I was an idiot. I'm like, oh, do you think humans are ghosts? Like, do you think you're always seeing ghosts, you know? I went on a ghost tour yesterday, and I didn't see any ghosts, though. I was kind of disappointed. I feel like, but like, my ghost tour guide, he started talking. It was really weird. He made it about him, you guys. Like, you know, it's supposed to be about the ghosts, right? But he started talking about how, like, he's actually never seen a ghost. And he's like, you know, some people are really open to ghosts, and they see them all the time, and they talk to them and stuff, and I wish that was me, because I've got a lot of friends on the other side. I know, and then he goes, I swear to God, this is a quote. I don't even have jokes about this. I just wanted to tell you guys, because I thought you'd appreciate it, Savannah. But he was like, man, you know what? If I had that power, I wouldn't be doing this, because I'd be too busy talking to all my ghost friends. I'm like, oh, do you need friends, sir? That's so sad. Welcome to the South. You guys all just want to talk about ghosts, talk to ghosts. Who needs people? We got dead ones, you know. I love it. I love this city. I'm fascinated about ghost stuff. I really love it. I love the show Ghost Adventures. Have you guys ever seen that show? Has anyone seen that show? I love it. If you've never seen it, like, go waste 40 minutes of your life right now and watch an episode on YouTube or something. Like, it is worth your time. The show's amazing. It's like this Jersey bro who just wears like muscle t-shirts, and he's like super buff. And he tells you what the show's about, like, in the intro. It's just him and his friends sleeping over in haunted houses. And the intro to the show is exactly this. There's like fog, and he's walking through this field, this foggy field. And he's this like ripped guy, and he's like walking like that. You know how like ripped guys do, because like their muscles are balanced in their body kind of thing. And if you're sitting there being like, does he have a barbed wire tattoo on his bicep? Like, he does. Like, don't worry. It's definitely around the whole bicep. And so he's walking in this field of mist, and then there's this voiceover that goes, I didn't used to believe in ghosts, but then I saw one, and now I do. Ghost Adventures. And that's the show. That's what you're in for. He saw one time and was like, maybe again, you know? And so it's like him and his friends just go to these haunted houses, and they just fucking scream at ghosts. Like, that's the whole show. It's just them in the dark being like, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Bro, did you hear that? Bro! And then they just shout at the ghosts. Like, they heard, like, a knock, and they'll be like, come the fuck out, pussy. That's the show. They get paid for that. That's their lives. And they always hear noises. Like, always. And it's the kind of stuff that you would not think twice about, right? Like, you hear, like, some knocking, and you'd be like, whatever. But they always hear this knocking, and then they, like, replay it for the camera, you know? And it's always, like, 99% of the time, a ghost being like, get out. Always. And I'm like, I get it. Like, they're so annoying. If I was a ghost, I'd be like, please leave my house. You know, like, absolutely, I need you to leave. So this episode I was watching, one of, like, 100 that I've watched. Who am I kidding? I was watching this one where they were, like, staying at this hotel, and it was, like, a haunted English hotel. It was, like, built in, like, 1000 or whatever. You know, I don't know time. And so it has, like, the creme de la creme of ghosts. Like, it had ghost children, it had ghost monks, ghost dignitaries, like, what have you. And the guy's listing off all their ghosts, the owner, and then he goes, oh, and also there's a sex demon. Which is, like, amazing, right? Like, all of your wildest dreams come true. You know, like, who needs prostitutes when you can just, like, invoke a sex demon? Like, come on, baby. I don't know who made up sex demons. Like, I was looking into it. It's like succubus and incubi, if you guys, like, heard of those things. They're, like, this old, like, Catholic idea. which is crazy because, woo! She's like, I've been fucked by a couple ghosts. I feel you, girl, I do. But I was like looking into it, and they're like you can invoke them. There are chants that you can tell so that you get like visited by a sex demon at night, which is like crazy to me. I don't know who the first person was that was like, oh, I got fucked by a ghost last night, guys. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure I did. I'm gonna ask him to come back. It was good. But I don't see the need for these like invocations because I'm like, why don't you just use Tinder like a normal person? Like, you don't have to have a demon, you guys. Like, it's fine. Ugh, dude, yeah, you're loving Tinder. I feel you. All right, you guys have been a blast. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for having me. Have a good night.
That was Stephanie Weber, everyone. Give it up! We have one more comedian. You guys, how did you enjoy comedy? How are you enjoying the Wormhole? Make some noise! One more comedian left, and he came here all the way from Atlanta. So show him. That dude, I'm buying him a drink. That guy's fucking awesome. Everyone, give it up for Mr. Max Fine!
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Give it up for everybody else you've seen tonight. All right, that's good enough. This is cool. I'm glad it's February. I'm glad that I'm standing behind like a moving Rorschach test. This is good. No, I'm glad it's February. I quit drinking in February because it's the shortest month, and I was like, I'm gonna do that. And then I remembered like it's a leap year this year, and I figured, well, fuck it. If I'm gonna get cheated, I'll wait to quit drinking in 2017. So, that being said, I've watched. If anybody wants to buy me a shot while I'm up here, I will drink it for you. This is for you.
I'll get you one.
Oh, I know you will. Yeah, you should. I like Savannah. I love being in Savannah. All right. So the last time I was here at the Wormhole in Savannah, there was a drunk dude that just kind of wandered on stage while I was up here, and I didn't recognize that he was on stage until I turned around, and where you guys are, there was a table of fucking idiots, right? They were just wasted. They were yelling at me, and I was having fun with them, and then this dude just kind of wanders on stage, and I turn around like, whoa, what are you doing here, dude? And he's like, dude, you're fucking with Savannah. What does that mean? And he was like, you pick on my friends, you pick on my city. And then he just stayed here for like 10 more minutes, and it was wonderful. I love it here. No, Savannah rules. Every time I come here, I make it a point to go to the Paula Deen gift shop and museum. I skip the restaurant. I just go straight to the gift shop. Yeah, and I'm sure you guys know this. At the Paula Deen gift shop and museum, you can buy Christmas tree ornaments that are shaped like sticks of butter. And printed on it, it just says, butter, y'all. I bought 2, and I'm Jewish. I have no need for Christmas tree ornaments. I got kicked out of the Paula Deen gift shop when I picked up a stick of butter-flavored lip balm, and under my breath, I just said, there's no fucking way. A nice elderly woman taps me on the shoulder, and she goes, Miss Dean don't appreciate language like that. We're going to have to ask you to leave. Okay, so we can say the N-word in Savannah, but apparently fuck is out of the question. I get it. I'm hip. Before I got kicked out, I got to pick up some of her son, Jamie Dean's world-famous steak rub. And the packaging on it reads, all the flavor of a robust bone-in steak without the bone, which leaves more room for the meat. I don't know if you guys know how steak works, but when you pull a bone out of it, meat doesn't fill itself in. All right? That's like if I bought a heat lamp and the package just read, fuck, I don't know. It's like a warm, sunny day without the sun. Shit, it just leaves more room for the sky. Buy this shit, please. Get your shit together, Jamie. I don't know, I've had a weird day. I left for Savannah around 3 p.m. At 11 a.m., I realized that the oven in my apartment had broken. So I called the maintenance guy to come and fix it. He came into my apartment to fix it right as I was singing along to Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. In my underwear, cradling my cat. So he walked in, all he saw was, children get And he looked at me, goes, "Oh, shit. I am so sorry, dude." I was like, "No, I'm sorry, man." And he walks out into the hallway of my apartment complex, and I hear him on the phone, like, talking to his maintenance bros, just go, "Motherfucker in there listen to some bitch shit." So I quickly clothed myself, found some errands to run. When I got back, the oven was fixed, but there was a Post-it note on it that just said, "Keep your head up, man. It gets better." That was the start of my day. I don't know. It's been another weird day. We stopped to get gas in Macon, and I checked my bank account. I was like, I gotta pay for gas, and instead of telling me my balance, Bank of America thought it would be appropriate to tell me that I'm having a danger day, which I appreciate. I think it's polite of them to recognize that I didn't graduate high school. I'm not gonna understand negative numbers. Thank you, Bank of America, because I don't have money. I am totally broke. But I don't like when other people tell me they're broke. Because if you ask any broke person what they did for lunch today, they'll all be like, "Shit, I really slummed it today. I went to McDonald's, bought myself a Big Mac, and fuck those people." Okay? I've been buying beef jerky from a Best Buy using a gift card for 2 weeks. I know what being poor is like. A lot of people have to wait for a payday if they want to eat. I have to wait for a birthday, and that's not fair. I'm not good with like balancing my bank account and making sure I have money on my debit card. Like I do comedy full time for a living. Thank you. No, shut the fuck up. No, you can keep clapping. It's cool. No, I do this full time, and you can't make money doing this full time. I was recently doing some shows in Columbus, Ohio, and after all of our shows, the after parties were at a place called Axis, which was a gay bar. And I remember going into the bar. There was a nice shirtless boy wearing angel wings, and he was serving me grain alcohol out of a test tube. And that's all I remember. That's it. I woke up the next day. I tried to buy myself breakfast, and my card was declined. I called the bank. I was like, "What's the deal?" Well, they were like, "We think you have some fraudulent account charges, so we're freezing it." And I was like, "Why? What happened?" They're like, "Well, you went to a place that's only showing up in our records as gay bar. You then spent $10 at a Euro stand and $22 at a White Castle, and we know no self-respecting gay man is going to spend $10 at a Euro stand and then $22 at a White Castle." Fuck, okay. Fair enough, you're absolutely right. But I'm straight. And that's when I heard Sharon on the end of the customer service line for Bank of America go, "Ooh, whoops." Okay, we fucked up. Here's a $75 credit. Didn't mean to profile you. Let's forget this ever happened. So next time y'all are broke, just say the Bank of America's homophobic. You get $75. It's fucking wonderful. Yeah, I drink a lot. That's my problem. I don't know. Like, I'm amazed at how much weight I like give to drinking as to like how I'm gonna get laid, right? Like I once saw a girl at a bar, and I saw her. She comes in and she's beautiful, just absolutely gorgeous. She looks very nice. And in my head, in like 0.5 seconds, I had mapped out where we were gonna get married in Cabo, by the way, because I ain't no bitch. What we were gonna name our kids, Sam and Elliot, which I'm just now realizing is because I watched the Sam Elliott movie. We were gonna name our kids Sam and Elliot, and I was like, this is gonna be the most beautiful wedding, this is gonna be the most beautiful life. And then I watched her pull an apple out of her purse and eat it, and at that point I realized, no girl that snacks on an apple voluntarily is gonna take me, okay? I've fallen asleep at this bar twice in the last 20 minutes. She's too good for me. That being said, I don't know what the temperature of this room is. Ladies, fuck me, please. I don't know. I was in a relationship. This is for the fellas. I found out this recently. Guys, if you return an engagement ring, not only will you get a fraction of your money back, but Diane behind the counter of Zales will let you hug her for as long as you need. That's a fact. Yeah, I just got out of a 3-year relationship, which is a lot easier than saying I was dumped after 3 years. Whatever. I'm not really over it. No, it's cool. It worked out for the best. Like, I was living with my ex-girlfriend 2 months after we broke up with each. And by the way, that's healthy. If you get the opportunity, do it. I was living with my ex-girlfriend 2 months after we broke up, and we were like getting ready to move out. And we're packing boxes. We're like unpacking boxes we never got around to. I found, and we're still best friends, sort of. I found though that she in 2016 still owns a Zune. And okay, so you know what a Zune is? Okay. If you don't know what a Zune is, totally okay. Zune was an MP3 player that Microsoft made from 2006 to 2010. She bought hers in 2012 because she's a dummy. But like one day she was leaving to go to work. She works in downtown Atlanta. And I see her put the Zune in her pocket. I see her attach the headphones to the Zune. I see her put the headphones in her ear. And I send her a text. I'm like, what's the deal? Like, I know you don't have music on this thing. And she goes, well, I work in downtown Atlanta, a lot of homeless people. I put the headphones in so they don't bother me. I was like, all right, that makes some sense. I get it. 6 hours later, I got a text from her that just said, a homeless man made fun of me for owning a Zune in 2016. So good on me. I don't know. Like I said, like we still live together, which put me in a unique situation. Like, I wanted her back desperately. I just saw you kiss her, and he's, oh, God, I would kill for that. I don't know. Like, I tried to win her back, and because we were living together, I got to do, like, cute things. Like, I would go into the bathroom we shared. I would, like, put the toilet seat down and the toilet cover down, and I'd write, like, little cute notes, like, I'm about to see your butt. Haha, sign the toilet. Yeah, I know what y'all like, ladies. Like begging. Did a lot of begging. Ladies. You, lady, please talk to me after this. I would do that, and then I would write, like, cute notes on the mirror we shared, and they'd be, like, long love letters that say, like, I love you, you're the best, I hope you take me back, I love you so much. And the problem with writing anything on a mirror, no matter what it says, it's going to look like a suicide note. Period. There's no if, and, or but about that. So she checked me into a psychiatric hospital. Thank you. Thank you. I am 3 weeks with shoelaces as of today. Thank you so much. That's not a joke. Whoa. I don't know. I like being in the psych hospital. They check you in, and one of the things they do is when you get in, they want to check you for, like, tattoos and scars. So when you leave, they make sure there's nothing new. Spoiler alert, they just get you naked when you get there. They don't check you on the way out. But, so I take off all my clothes, and this guy, Eric, is checking out my bod. And he's like, all right, man, I need you to squat. Yeah. Don't fucking catcall me while I'm on this stage. Don't apologize unless you're are you gonna buy me a shot? Anyways, I'm a real easy date. Just send me to a psych hospital. So I'm in this hospital, I take all my clothes off, and he's like, all right, man, I need you to squat and cough. I'm like, all right. I squat, I cough, nothing comes out. And he goes, hold on, man. I was like, what's up? He's like, do you have the word poop tattooed on your butt? I was like, nah, man, it's just pen. Hold on. That's a tattoo, dude. So now there's a very permanent record of a very permanent mistake I made when I was 16. Again, please fuck me after the show. I don't know. I went in there for my drinking problem. So here's a toast to the detox unit at Peachford Hospital in Dunwoody, Georgia. Oh, good. You guys have been to Peachford. I don't know. I had a blast in there. Like, I had a really good time. I bring this notebook on stage because I couldn't have it. I don't know if you guys see this. This is a spiral notebook. They were afraid that I was going to take the spiral out of the notebook and slit my wrists. Clearly, they don't know I am not afraid to die on stage. This is nothing, okay? And also, I'm not like a hard dude, but if I was gonna kill myself, I like to think it wouldn't be with a notebook, with a fucking kitten on the top of it. Just me. But, I don't know. If you guys think this show's been good, and you should, this has been a great show, you should see the open mics in psychiatric hospitals. All right? They call them group therapy, just as funny. My favorite comic in there was this guy named Dave, and Dave would always pull this shit, be like, I'm about to shit my pants, haha. And I'm like, Dave, you're killing it, dude. And then Dave would shit his pants. And it was at that point that I realized Dave is not a comic. And he's way more committed to a bit than I will ever be in my entire life. I don't know. At one point in the hospital, they found out I do comedy. And they're like, it could be really fun. I was like, what's that? They're like, why don't you do a comedy show for all the guys detoxing off heroin? So let's not do that. That sounds horrible. Like, come on, do it. I was like, all right, let's do it. So they put me in a day room. It's a bunch of dudes that are all sitting around. They've got these IVs with methadone hooked up to them. And they're like, all right, you ready? I was like, sure. And they put me up. They give me a microphone. I was like, okay, this is part of what I need. Do you have, like, a speaker system? Do you have, like, mic cables? They're like, we do, but we can't give them to you. I was like, why? They were like, well, you're on suicide watch, so we can't give you a mic cable. Why would you give me the microphone? We thought you'd be more comfortable. What about this is comfortable? I'm like, fuck it, you know what? I'm a pro, whatever. And I do the show. And I'm like, all right, I'm coming in my closer. I'm like, all right, here we fucking go. And I'm like, I hit so hard. And I'm like, I'm expecting, like, these dudes to get up. They didn't. The only response I got was, more methadone, please. I fucking crushed that. And I'm like, fuck that guy. Fuck it. I had a good time in the psych hospital. My roommate was this guy named George. George was coming off of a cocktail of meth, heroin, and cough syrup. Real high caliber dude. I shared a room with him, and he had night terrors, but whatever. They put him in my room, and at one point, he goes into the pantry that we all shared as, like, a unit, and I hear him in the pantry go, oh, what the motherfucking fuck? And this is a white guy, by the way. This is some old bullshit. Y'all motherfuckers got graham crackers. Y'all motherfuckers don't have peanut butter. How's a motherfucker supposed to enjoy some motherfucking peanut butter and graham crackers without no motherfucking peanut butter? Oh, this is some old bullshit. Y'all motherfuckers don't have any milk. I'm gonna call the FB fucking I. And then he passed out. George yelled himself to sleep. I called to check in on him because I like to keep tabs on my boys. George's official discharge date is never. He's never leaving the hospital. He's not like me. I got to leave. What's up? Got to leave the hospital. As I was leaving, all right, before I get there, here's the hardest part about leaving a psych hospital. This is what they don't tell you is going to happen. All the dudes that I was in there with, they were like, hey, I can't wait to leave. I'm so excited. My girlfriend is going to pick me up. My wife is going to give me a second chance. And I didn't have that because I dated a smart person. The second hardest part about leaving a psych hospital was when you get your phone back and you realize you've been gone for a week and a half and you don't have any new Facebook notifications. That's brutal. All right? I got 107 likes on a status yesterday. No big. I'm prolific as fuck. But as I was leaving, there's this counselor, his name is Roy, my favorite counselor. He goes, hey, man, in the days of your life, as the world turns, sometimes you may feel like the price is right. So you spin that wheel of fortune. Next thing you know, you're in double jeopardy checking yourself back into General Hospital. That status got 107 likes on a Facebook profile yesterday. I know what the fuck I'm doing. All right, good. That was worth it. I don't know, who is drinking tonight? Yeah! More importantly, where's that fucking shot you promised me, bro? But that's good. If you're drinking, are you who's driving?
Yeah!
Shocker. You're a fucking idiot. Don't do that. Here's why you don't have to. This is why you don't have to drive drunk. I drive for Uber. I will gladly take you back to your place. Oh, shit. All right, I'm going to try and do the rest of this without coughing up a lot. Thank you for buying me that shot. I drive for Uber, which I like doing. I recently picked up a girl named Kelsey at a gay bar in Midtown called Burkhart's. And she gets in my car. She gets in the passenger seat. Two like recent UGA like frat bros get in the back seat, and then like one dude's like, "Dude, fuck that place. That shit was weird." And then dude on the right's like, "I don't know, wasn't that bad." And then dude on the left's like, fuck you, Tyler. We get it, dude. You're just coming to terms with your sexuality. It's 2016. It's okay to be gay now. Whatever." And then dude on the right was like, "Well, actually, I am gay." And he starts to cry. Dude on the left starts to cry. He's like, "Tyler, being serious, dude. Just because you're gay doesn't mean we can't be best friends. I fucking love you, dude." Which I think is awesome. Can we all agree that's a beautiful thing? That's what I thought. Okay. Watch the news. We are cool with gay people now. But so the rest of you probably agree with the girl in the front seat, Kelsey. She chimes in. She goes, "Hold on. That's a sin." And then dude on the left goes, "You hold on. He may be gay, and that is a sin, but we're all drunk, and that too is a sin. So no matter what you say, we're all going to hell." That's Southern logic. That makes perfect sense to me. Driving for Uber's fun. I recently picked up every Emory University sorority girl and took them to and from Erica's party. Okay, you guys know Erica. I was picking up my last passenger. I was on Emory's Greek Row, and I'm pulling up, and right as I hit the button to say that I've arrived, I see the blue lights of a cop car behind me. I was getting pulled over for running through a stop sign, and right as I'm doing this, I see the girl who I'm supposed to pick up. She comes sprinting towards me. She got about 20 feet away before she tripped on a curb. It happens. She comes up. She's got a bloody nose. The cop stops writing me the ticket, looks over at her, and she's like, "Oh, my God, honey, are you okay?" She was like, "I am great. I'm just on my way to Erica's party. It's going to be the best time." And the cop was like, "Okay. It sounds like fun. Do you mind if I see your ID?" And she was like, "Of course." Hands her ID over, and the cop is like, "Ma'am, you're 19 years old. You shouldn't be drunk. You definitely shouldn't be drunk in public. I need you to get in the back seat of my car," arrested her, and forgot to write me a ticket. That's fucking awesome. What's really awesome about that is Uber reserves the right to charge you $6 if your driver's been there for 3 minutes and you haven't gotten into the vehicle. I made $6 off this girl getting arrested. I'm crushing it right now. That's good. It's good. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad we could experience this together. This is good. This is good. I don't have anything to do tomorrow. So you think I watch the Super Bowl? That's good. Because like I say that because I'm kind of a celebrity. Like a few of you guys are like looking up and I think you recognize me. I was in a ska band in high school. Yeah. I was in a ska band called 3-6 Scafia. That's true. And it's funny to see like how my dreams have changed because at 16, I thought 3-6 Scafia was going to sell out Madison Square Garden. Joke's on me. My only goal tonight is to not get a DUI on the way to the place that I'm staying tonight because you should follow your dreams. You should. If you take anything away from me, follow your dreams. I went to high school with a girl that went to Harvard. She studied neuroscience. She was going to be a brain surgeon. And now she's a professional hula hooper at music festivals. So you can do whatever the fuck you want. This is America. I did whatever the fuck I want for a long time. The first time I ever blacked out drunk, I was 16 years old. It was my cat Zelda's 6th birthday. Because I know what cats like. I put her in a little party hat. I locked her in my bedroom. I played Jesse's Girl by Rick Springfield on repeat. And then I blacked out on the floor of my bedroom. Ladies, I can do the same for you. I wouldn't have known I did this except my dad came in the next day. He opened the door because my cat was trying to get out of the bedroom. He sees me passed out on the floor. He wakes me up. He's like, he's not sure whether he should be like mad or nervous. He's like, "Max, I'm worried about you." And after like a 20-minute lecture, he realized Jesse's Girl was still playing on repeat. He's like, "Oh, I'm not even mad. I'm sorry for you." My drinking is tons of fun. I love it. I don't know. Fuck. I have a drinking problem. Bear witness. This boy just realized he can't handle himself. This is good. This is good. Well, this alcohol went to meetings for a little while, decided I'm cooler than these old guys. And now I'm realizing I'm the old guy now. No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't know. I was talking about dreams a second ago. Like, one of my dreams was to be a hip-hop singer. Anyone into hip-hop? All right. Welcome to Savannah, Georgia, where two people like hip-hop music. Good. This is good. I've met Andre 3000 from Outkast 3 times. Yeah, okay. Once for every stack. First time I met Andre 3000, I was 12 years old. It was the very first time I'd ever smoked weed. I was behind him in line at a burrito shop with my buddy Ben. And I'm looking at Ben. I'm like, dude, is that Andre 3000? He's like, I think that's Andre 3000. Thank you so fucking much. He's like, hey, dude, is that Andre 3000? I'm like, yeah, I think that's Andre 3000. It could be him, right? It looks like him. Yeah, I think it's... Yeah, it's me! Second time I met Andre 3000, I used to work at the Apple Store. Surprise. I worked at the Apple Store, and I see Andre 3000 coming in. What the fuck did you buy me, dude?
Wild turkey.
Oh, wild turkey. All right, we'll get there. This is good. So I'm in the Apple Store. I see Andre 3000. He's coming at me, and I'm a big Outkast fan, so I look. I'm like, oh, shit. And I run up. All right, dude, you've done enough. No, I appreciate you, dude. You're the best. We'll talk after. But I see Andre 3000. I'm coming up. He's coming up. I'm like, oh my God, Andre 3000, I fucking love you, dude. Aquemini is my favorite album of all time. And then I shed a single tear. And he looked at me dead in the eye, and I'll never forget this. He goes, man, I'm glad you liked it, but you don't gotta cry about it. Third time I met Andre 3000. I took my now ex-girlfriend out to the W Hotel in Midtown Atlanta. I took her out for our 1-year anniversary. No, I thought about this joke. I wrote it out a while ago. I took my girlfriend out. We're at the W Hotel. She fell asleep at like 8:30. And part of the deal with this hotel room was we had all these free drink tickets. And as you might have assumed, I'm not going to let those go to waste. So I go downstairs, I get blackout drunk, and I see Andre 3000 in the distance. And I'm like, oh, shit. Dre! Andre! 3 stacks! And I run up to him like, hey, dude, I don't know if you remember me. And he goes, oh, yeah, you that silly motherfucker that cried in the Apple Store. I was like, that's me. He was like, I know that was weird, dude. That was fucking strange, but I meant what I said. And then I threw up on him. Whatever. Needless to say, I am no longer allowed at the W Hotel in Midtown Atlanta. But I'm also no longer that silly motherfucker that cried in the Apple Store. So, haha. I don't know. Do I have like 6 more minutes? Where's Derek at? 5? All right, good. I took a bath recently. Not a fan of baths. Come out and say it. I don't like baths. I think baths leave you a lot of time to sit in your own literal shit and think about all the horrible things you've done. For example, when I was 17, I was the kind of guy, you'd take me to a party, I'd get blackout drunk, I'd fucking take all my clothes off, sing along to a Talking Heads song, now you're rolling with a fine dog, woof woof. When I was 17, my buddy went to college, I went and visited him, and this is how I know what happened. I got an email last year from my friend Ren Robinson, and the subject of the email just said, don't you ever fuck with me, okay? When I was 17, I went to my buddy's college dorm, had a good time. Apparently everyone had a party, fell asleep. I got drunk, had a naked photo shoot on his living room floor with his MacBook Pro. Something I did, I don't regret it anymore, but I did it. I got this email from my friend Ren Robinson, right? And it had all of these pictures. What Ren doesn't realize is I was only 17 when those pictures were taken. So she's sitting on a metric fuck ton of child pornography. So how about you don't ever fuck with me, Ren Robinson? What's up? Did I ever tell you about the time I called the police on myself? When I was 21, I went out drinking by myself for the very first time, because that's what normal people do. I went out drinking, I got hammered drunk. Apparently, allegedly, I called the police on myself. I wouldn't have known I did this except I woke up the next day and there was a citation on the pillow next to me. And the description just said, victim, and I like that he called me a victim. Victim called the police because he said, quote, he was too drunk to legally walk home. I picked the victim up, drove him to his house. There will be no fine. There will be no charge. Signed, Officer Bradley. Officer Bradley, since moved to San Francisco, realized he could start Uber. Made more money driving drunk idiots around than he did arresting drunk assholes in Atlanta. So that's good. Give it up for Officer Bradley. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Before I do, I want to ask you guys a question. You guys remember the date? August 28th, 2008. You guys remember that? Nope, didn't think so. That was a big day. That was the first and last time I took a drug called 2CI. And if you're unaware of 2CI, it's synthetic acid. It's totally legal to have if you're a lab tech in a medically controlled environment, which I'm not, and I wasn't when I took it. And I'm out in the woods with my buds. We're having a great time. We're like fucking partying. It's great. And then we ran out of Fritos. And if you've ever taken hallucinogens, you know there's nothing worse than running out of chips that end in the letter O. So we decided we're going to go to the gas station, get us some Fritos, Cheetos, and Doritos. We're going to have this good old time. We get in the car. It's a car full of Jews. We're all Jewish. I don't know why that's funny, but... OJ, what? No, you guys are supposed to be accepting. Didn't, like, James Oglethorpe... Fuck it. I'll give you a history lesson after this. But, we're in the car. We're all Jews. We get to the gas station. And somehow, well, I'll get there. Somehow we decide that because I'm the least Jewish looking, I will be the least suspicious walking into this gas station. So I'm like, all right, that makes sense. So I get into the gas station. I'm like, all right, I got this. I see the gas station attendant. I see the TVs above him playing the news. All right, we were cool for a second. August 28th, 2008. That was the day the country of Russia invaded the country of Georgia. And because I was educated in the state of Georgia, didn't know there was a country called Georgia. I looked at the gas station attendant like, all right, here's what I need you to do, man. You work in a gas station. I think it's safe to assume that you have a shotgun under that counter. I need you to get that shotgun, get into my buddy's car. We're going to go to North Carolina. His dad has a bomb shelter. We're going to keep you safe. Now, at this point, Habib, the gas station attendant, tried to give me a history lesson on the Russo-Georgian conflict. But y'all know I didn't buy that shit because I gave me $300. Thank you. So I spend the next 5 minutes running around this gas station like, come on! We're all going to North Carolina. Everybody's going to be safe tonight. I know I did this for 5 minutes because that's exactly the amount of time it took for Habib to press the panic button. And for the Atlanta Police Department to come playing my song, that whoa, 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 whoa. And that's when I saw my buddy's car peel out of there. Got a text that just said, hope you make it, dude. Keep your head up. It gets better. Thank you guys so much. I'm Max Fine.
That was Max Fine, everyone. Give it up. Give it up for all the comedians you have seen tonight. This is Comedy Planet, and we do this every first Saturday. And if you want to check out the show, we have it at wormholebar.com/livestream so you can see the back of your heads. Everyone, thank you for coming out tonight. The bar is still open. Keep hanging out.
Yeah! The bar's still open.
job.